Today we're talking more about lobster fishing, but I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Thanks for jumping on here, and here we go. It's going to be a good one. The reason I'm going a little bit late is because my granddaughter just showed up. I had to pick them up at the airport. So I got my granddaughter here with me. She should be on the show here pretty quick. They're just having some tacos downstairs, but that's why we started a little bit late today, because my granddaughter's here and I had to pick them up at the airport. So that's what's going on. That's why we're running a little bit late. But welcome everybody that's joining us today, and thanks for coming on here. And me and Marley are ready for a good show. We got a lot to talk about, gang. I don't know if you've been paying attention to our live shows at night, but I'm telling you, I think I'm on to something. These live shows we're doing on the back of Justin's boat are going absolutely crazy on social media. No one's ever seen a live from the water show for 3 or 4 hours at a time. And you get to see everything that we do to catch lobsters. You get to see every single part of it, which is pretty amazing. And what I found out is people are way into it because we're getting a lot of people that will not hang to watch a video about somebody dancing, but man, people will hang out on the show for 3 hours to see if we're going to catch another lobster. And what's been really cool the last 3 weeks is we've had lobsters up to 11 pounds on live show, and tonight is no exception. Justin's going to go live tonight. Been doing it around 7 o'clock at night is when he goes live, because that's what time it was getting dark. But now with the time change, he's probably going to be going around 6:15 or something live tonight. So it's going to be fun. You're going to really enjoy it. If you haven't watched it yet, it's way better than watching kneel down sports. I'll tell you that right now. There's no kneeling down. Everyone's super happy to be an American, and everybody's super happy to be fishing and doing stuff out on the water. So there's no kneel down garbage going on. It's just fun fishing for lobsters. And that's what we're going to talk about today, is fishing for lobsters. And tonight's show, Greg Brown, owner of Opsin Fluorocarbon, is going to be participating. He can't go out on the boat because he just moved with his family, but he's going to be on the show live, putting out discounts. Him and Justin are setting stuff up, answering. You're going to be able to answer questions and win free spool a line on the show tonight. I'm sure he's going to have special discount. I know Deckhand Sports was on the boat on Friday night and just had a ball. Sold a few bags and gave away a few bags and had a really good time doing the whole thing. And I'm sure Dave will be joining us again on another live show out on the water. Justin's going to be going hunting the rest of the week after tonight's show. So it'll be a week till we do a show again live. So make sure you don't miss it tonight live on Facebook. And we're giving away another spool line to someone at the end of the month on December 1st. You're going to have an opportunity to win a free spool line simply by going to Opsin Fluorocarbon through the QR code that I'm throwing up on the screen right now. Grab that throughout the show or just grab it at the end. It'll be there. And anybody that visits Opsin, first of all, you're going to save 20% on your order, which is a giant number. Second of all, just by visiting, you're going to be entered into a chance to win that free spool of line we give away every month. And I am super excited. My granddaughter's here. She came to Cabo, 13 months old, got her first stamp on her passport. We're going to have a great time. We're going to the beach later today and everything's going to be good. But I want to talk to you all before that about hoop netting. You're going to watch that tonight. You're going to watch it live from the back of Justin's boat. They'll be out there bowline sport fishing. Justin Botrell and his crew, he's got a charter tonight. Someone chartered the whole boat. So him and his family will be on the boat tonight, and they'll be live hooping for all of you to watch. Better than any sporting event. You can watch it live right here on Facebook. Go to Your Saltwater Guide at approximately 6 o'clock tonight. You should be able to see him somewhere between 6 and 6:15. He'll be going live. and it'll be crazy. It'll be really fun. It'll be really, really fun. Yep, the time change was Saturday. You're absolutely right. But tonight's the first night we're going hooping with the time change. So, but yeah, the time change down here in Cabo happened yesterday. Sunday is it's crazy that we're still doing this time change thing. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me, but it's good for us that go hoop netting because that means we get to hoop net earlier. It starts to get dark here in the middle of the season around 5 o'clock. Tonight, it should be getting dark around 6. Justin should be going live right around 6. Between 6 and 6:15, you'll see him live here on your Saltwater Guide, and you'll get to watch exactly the way he positions the boat, how he backs up to each buoy. And I had a question that was asked of me yesterday, not on the show, just offline. Why do we back up to our hoop nets? What's this? What's that all about? Why are we backing up to them? Why don't you drive up to them like we do? Well, here's what we found, gang. Hooping for the last 20 years on some very big boats and some very small boats. I hoop netted from a 65 or 68-foot Viking. I hoop netted from a 70-foot Hatteras, and I hoop netted from a 12-foot dinghy. And every single way that I've done it, I've found out that if you back into the buoy, it's way easier than trying to drive forward on it. First of all, if you're driving in on the buoy forward, right at the time where you really need to know what's going on, you lose all contact with the lobster hoop net buoy because of the flare of your bow. Right when it's the most crucial time, you lose where it is. You don't know. You got people screaming, back up, it's under the boat. You throw it in reverse, and now the line sucks into your propeller. It's never, ever good to drive straight up on the buoy. As soon as and it probably took me 4 or 5 years to understand backing up was so much better. But I'm telling you, I've done everything you could possibly do wrong fishing for lobsters. But I've been lucky enough to do it for so long that I was able to figure it all out and do it the right way. And so what we do is we back up to the buoy. And if you watch tonight, you'll see what I'm talking about. That way, as you're backing up the boat, you can see everything. You know exactly where your propellers are. You know exactly where the line is coming off the hoop net. You know exactly where the buoy is. You can get pretty tight to the beach that way too, backing up, where you really can't bow it in because you lose it. You can't see it. And you got to be able to see. Those of you that are getting your lobster line stuck in your propeller, it's because you're not backing up. You got to back up, gang. It makes it all that much better when you back up. So then you can totally see. And watch Justin tonight. It's hard for me to describe the proper way to do things, but man, now that we're doing this live show from out on the water, and my good buddy Todd Manser, who's watching right now, him and I have been talking. Soon as he starts fishing, the next fishing trip he has, we're going live on YouTube or live on Facebook, because this is stuff no one's doing. You get to see the edited versions on people's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram channels, but you don't get to see, how does Todd Manser fish from the boardroom? How does Todd Manser run his sonar? How does Todd Manser run his fish finder? How does Justin Botrell run his fish finder? How does Justin run his boat? All these things are just something that no one's ever done before. And I believe we have an audience, because the first night we had 11,000 watched minutes. The next night we had 14,000 watched minutes. And then on the trip that we just did on Friday night with Deckhand Sports, we had 17,000 watched minutes. That's a huge number, gang. There's news channels that you guys all watch that don't get that many in a month. This is absolutely incredible, the amount of people that are watching us do this fishing thing live. And I know we're on to something really good. Just like when I started your Saltwater Guide 20 years ago and I started going with you on your boats. A lot of people say they do that, but they never advertised. And I was on to something really good when I would go with you on your boat and teach you how to fish on your boat. Now I have 3 guides that do it for me up in Southern California and go with you on your boat up in the Channel Islands. You go with Sunny, Orange County, Long Beach. You get to go with Justin, and San Diego, you get to go with Pablo. And then our good buddy Todd Manser is always bouncing back and forth. He's more than happy to come with you on your boat if he has time, teach you how to fish on your boat. Also, he's got the greatest maintenance program going. If you have a boat, you should be part of Todd's maintenance program, just so they make sure when you do go hoop netting, your boat is actually running and you can actually use it. So I want you to pay close attention tonight to the show and what's going on, because you're going to get to, those of you that have never done it before, or those of you that have a boat and you want to try it but you don't know how to do it, you get to see exactly how it's done. There's no sugarcoating it. There's no editing. There's no fluffy music. It's just Justin and his charter group out on the water doing it. Right? It was, and Dave, thanks for watching. It was absolutely incredible watching you and the guys out there Friday night, the night before, watching the Promar guys and Justin out there doing it on every night. Once Justin gets back from hunting, we're going to try to do this as much as we possibly can. He's doing a great deal where he's taking you out fishing in Long Beach Harbor for really the price of everything. To do anything in Orange County, Southern California nowadays is mind-boggling. To get to go hoop netting with Justin for $175, and then you can have your family and friends watch you out on the boat live. This has never been done before, gang. There's nobody doing what we're doing. I know there's going to be a lot of copycatters now. There's going to be a lot of copycatters. But remember, it started right here, just like a lot of the things started right here with your saltwater guide. Being on the boat, most people don't want to go live out on the water because it will actually reveal their level of fishability on the water. Their knowledge will get revealed. That's why a lot of people don't want to go live. And then a lot of people are trying to keep it all a secret because they don't want you to know how they do it, which is ludicrous nowadays with the closures every other day. The MLP and the California Fish and Wildlife and the federal government and the California government all want to close down fishing. So it's about time we all remove head from rectum and start showing everybody what we're doing and how much fun it is. And that's what I think is really cool about this hoop netting thing live from the water. We're showing all the haters how cool it is to get out there on the water and get to see children interacting, get to see husbands and wives interacting together out on the water and seeing what it does for the family and the whole thing. Like tonight, it's going to be a family that chartered the boat. They're going to be on it. You're going to get to watch it live. How cool is that? I just think it's the coolest thing, and it's been the missing thing, and it's why they want to close it, because they always think of fishermen as ocean rapers, and that's the last thing we are. And when we show you live on a show like tonight, you're going to get to see how we value every fish and every lobster, and we take care with making sure when we throw them back, they're alive, and we measure everything. We make sure we're fishing compliant, and everyone has got all the things that you're supposed to have. These are all the things that I think are super cool about this new live format we're doing out on the water. We're getting Starlink installed. I talked to Todd Manser. He has it on the boardroom. We're going to get it on Justin's boat. We can fish anywhere. Once we have the Starlink, we can start fishing all over the place and showing you live, because I'm not afraid. And I don't think my friends are afraid of showing you what we do out on the water, because we're confident. We're not worried about being revealed. They were a faker. Well, Justin's not a faker. Todd Manser's not a faker. Pablo's not a faker. Sonny's not a faker. We do this at the highest level. Plus, another reason why we can do this and film it, which other people can't do, is because we're all licensed. Justin's a licensed guide. Justin's a licensed captain. Justin runs a legal 4-pack charter boat, out of a landing. All these things are super cool. These are all things that we're not afraid of showing you, where a lot of these fly by the seat of their pants charter companies can't show you because they're doing it illegal. They can't post it. They can't post what they're doing. Plus, they don't have a lot of knowledge. If they're one-dimensional. So that's why you get everything real and live from us. That's why I do a live podcast Monday through Friday live, the only live podcast to go off 5 days a week, because I don't need any filters and I don't need to hide anything, because there's nothing that I'm doing that isn't totally above the board and legal. And we're showing you exactly how to do everything the right way we're doing it and every other part of it. So you got to pay attention and watch what's going on, especially tonight. It's going to be so much fun, because the people that are going they're just some people that chartered the boat. They're not watching your saltwater guide on the show. They're not doing all that stuff like we've had the last 3 groups of all kind of members of your saltwater guide. The people tonight are brand new people, but their families are super excited. I talked to Justin, and they're going to get to watch their family members out lobster fishing in the middle of the night from their comfort of their own home. How cool is that? That is pretty spectacular, gang. I've been on a million fishing trips, and we come back to the dock and we try to explain to our friends and family what just happened, or what we just saw, or how cool it was to get the 10-pound lobster, or how cool this was, or how cool that was. Well, now we're going live from the water. We don't have to get home at night and try to describe to you. Michael, you need to call me anyway. We got to get your we got to get your membership figured out. If you call me, I'll tell you all about the Windy app that I use, and that most fishermen use is the Windy app. But as soon as we're done, Michael, give me a call. 949-374-0786. Any of you out there that want to get onto the best fishing website ever made, give me a call at 949-374-0786. We have over 580 how-to videos, podcasts, and so much more. And we have an app that's involved with the website that gives you instant gratification every day, and you can be a part of it. And we have quite a few sponsors that are part of your saltwater guide that give away phenomenal discounts on their product just because you're a member of your saltwater guide. There's so many different things that you can't understand. There's no way to go Google how to use your saltwater guide, or go, oh, I've been on this other website for years, I know how to use your saltwater guide. No, nobody knows how to use it until I give you a full tour of it. The community is the most bitchinest part of the whole website, because the community, we got each other sharing what we're doing out on the water, why we're doing it. And it's absolutely amazing that the community is all people sharing what they're doing out on the water. Tell the other communities tried to do it, but there's so much negativity, dripping negativity on these other websites, where you don't get any of that on our community. It's just people like Deckhand Sports and Dave over at Deckhand Sports, and Greg at Opsin, and Joaquin and Ben over at Promar, and Steve are all on the website all the time answering people's questions on the community, and all these sponsors, Larry and at Pacific Sport Fishing Alliance. Everybody's participating on the community and sharing secrets with each other and sharing discounts on their products with each other. It's just a really bitchin' community. I think it's the best part of the whole thing. I know everybody wants to get on there and they want all my hot spots and they want my game plans, but gang, the community is really the part that people don't understand. It's a protected community. There's no negativity. Everybody's getting their questions answered. Kim and Dan are on there all the time. Everybody's on there answering each other's questions. You can ask anybody anything. You're never going to get anything bad. It's all good. Tim, no. Kelly got it. She picked it up 2 days ago. She flew up. She's hanging out with her mom. I'm down here in Cabo with my monkey and my granddaughter and my son and his wife, and we're all hanging out in Cabo, and Kelly will be back down here on Friday. But right now it's just me and my kids, and she's bringing that package, Tim. So I'll have that. I'll probably be wearing it on the show on Saturday or something, or Friday. And any sponsors that want to come with Justin live show on the water, let us know. Absolutely. If you have a product and you're trying to sell it, gang, you can talk to our sponsors. You can find out. I think if you wanted a Facebook ad and you wanted it to get in front of, let's say, 20 million people, I think that would cost you like $70,000 or $80,000 for a month. You're on part of your saltwater guide. We don't know which video is going to pop. We have 4 of them that are viral right now on Facebook that are all approaching 500,000 views in the last week. Think about that. The industry itself, the sport fishing industry, the tackle manufacturers, they're all kind of living in a dinosaur age right now. They don't quite understand this social media thing, which is crazy to think. But this is, I don't know about you, but this is how I get mine information. I just look on my phone, and if the video captures my curiosity for a second, I'll watch the 1-minute video. Over here at Your Saltwater Guide, I put out 3 brand new 1-minute videos every single day. 28 brand new videos every single week, and a live podcast Monday through Friday that people actually are watching. The amount of people watching, the amount of people paying attention is just staggering. I am blown away on a daily basis when the numbers pop up on my phone every morning when I wake up. I'm blown away. But there's people out there that are spending money trying to show their products off, and you don't even know where the ads go. You don't even have a clue. Could you imagine being a part of this podcast, website, live fishing from the water? Dave, Deckhand Sports, do you think there's any value to it? Do you think it works? Do you think anybody's watching Your Saltwater Guide that actually wants to buy fishing products? It's crazy. I'm telling you. We got some space available if somebody wants to jump on here. It's not that much to be a part of, and we will talk about your product. I don't know if you watch Justin at all, if you've seen it, but he talks about the product all night on the live show. We talk about your product just like today, Opsin Fluorocarbon. If you absolutely have to get a bite, you absolutely have to have a piece of Opsin Fluorocarbon in front of your hook. It's just the way it is. There's no way around it. I've never been on a fishing trip and thought, damn, I wish I wasn't using fluorocarbon. We all use fluorocarbon today, gang. We all use it. Every time we put a hook on our line, we're tying it to a piece of fluorocarbon. If you go over to the QR code that we flashed earlier, and we'll put it up at the end of the show, and look, Opsin, if you go and use the QR code, or if you put in the code YSWG on the checkout, you save 20% on your order. That's because of Your Saltwater Guide. And that's also because Opsin understands that the future to advertising in this industry is the internet and podcast and people that are actually talking to the consumer that's actually going to buy the product. So think about that the next time you're going to pull your hard-earned money out of your pocket and buy a Google ad or buy a Facebook ad or buy something. Who do those ads actually go out to? You can be a part of this show and you can track and find out where it goes. I'm telling you, my audience is buying fishing tackle. My audience is buying fishing line, hooks, kill bags, ice chest. We're out doing it. Right, Dave? We're out on the water. We're all doing it. We're doing it. And you get discounts on the product. How cool is that? I don't want to beat this up so much, but I'm just so happy about all of you watching the show. And the numbers are staggering. We did it 3 nights. That's it. 3 nights. And we had 10, 20, 30, 42,000 watched minutes. And I can't make that up. If you decide you want to be a sponsor, we can send you the numbers and you can see what we're talking about. I can't make that up. Also, gang, it's real easy to go look at my social media. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We have over 260,000 followers on Facebook. We have 57,000 followers on YouTube. We have 107,000 followers on TikTok. and we have another 40,000 followers or 47,000 followers on Instagram. Do you think that number is going to go up next week or down? It's going to go up, gang. It's going to keep going up and keep going up and keep going up because people have actually found us now. I've been in this industry for 48 years, gang. We've done it at the highest level. Family owns Dana Orr Sport Fishing in Dana Point. Todd Manser is one of my best, dearest, oldest friends. He's part of this thing. This is real. It doesn't get any realer than this. There's a bunch of posers out there with garbage podcasts that don't have a clue what they're talking about, and they cuss the whole time. I'll promise you something about our show. You can turn this thing on while you're this podcast on while you're driving around your car with your children in your car. You're never going to go, oh my gosh, I should have. There's no cussing. There's no bad words. There's no garbage coming out of my mouth. We don't talk politics. We don't talk religion. We just talk fishing and having fun. And I'm telling you. Oh, and that popcorn lobster leg Mike Lewis made. Yeah. It's our fastest growing video on the history of our Instagram page. It's at 500,000 views. If you haven't seen it yet, you got to see it. It's on every platform. The only platform it's not on anymore is TikTok. TikTok took it off. But it's on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and it's incredible. And it's gotten more views than any other video we've ever made. The fastest it's got them. But 500,000 views on Insta right now. Could you imagine if your logo was on there and 500,000 people were seeing your product right now? Would that be incredible? You know what that cost? Do you think your saltwater guy, Dave Hansen's numbers are going to go up or down this year? Ask yourself. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of happy with my Google ads going out to every booger eater on the planet. Really? You don't want your stuff going out to the people that are buying your stuff? Yeah, this industry is full of dinosaurs. It's so funny. When we try to talk to them and they're like, oh, I don't see the value. I don't understand. Well, I'm talking to millions of people every day about your product. That doesn't make sense to you? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that you're okay being broke. I guess that's up to you. It's totally up to you. But I'm here if you want me to show your product on a great show that's only getting bigger. The numbers are staggering. We can show them to you. No problem. 949-374-0786, your saltwater guide. I want you to pay attention tonight, though, when Justin pulls the hoop nets up. There's a kind of a problem right now, and I don't know if it's because of the warm water so long or not, but there's a phenomenal amount of sand fleas in LA or Long Beach Harbor where we're fishing at. What we're finding is when we come up and there's a whole bunch of sand fleas that come out of the bait tube, in 2 pulls, 2 sets, that all that bait is gone. So Justin and I are really going to pay attention tonight to those sand fleas and make sure we're not throwing those hoop nets back out with just bones in it, because that's what happened when Justin looked at it the other night. So many sand fleas came out of that bait tube, and then you look in there and they had eaten all the meat off of all the bait that fast. So that's something we're paying attention to. We're bringing extra bait on the trip tonight. We just want to make sure that we put you in the most perfect spot to have an opportunity to catch the lobster of a lifetime. Something about Catalina. Yeah, Catalina right now, full speed, easy limits. Long Beach, LA Harbor has always been a tough nut. But the really cool thing about it is almost every night, if you fish hard like Justin does or Todd does or Pablo does, you got a real good chance of a lobster of a lifetime. I think it's cool. Get 2 or 3 lobsters and one could come over the rail that's 10 or 12 or 13 or 18 and 3/4 pounds or 17 pounds. But the really cool thing about the show tonight, you can watch what's going on. You can watch the way Justin approaches the hoop net. Plus, you can ask Justin questions while he's doing it. You know, there's never been anything like this out there, gang. So it's pretty incredible. It's pretty fun. Yeah, you know, when I watch it, I just sit there mesmerized. I just go, I can't wait to see the next hoop net comes up. No, they're not, Tim. These sand fleas are really what we'll do tonight, Justin's watching the show. What we'll do tonight is we'll try to get one off the deck and show it to you. They're not a fun little animal. They're not fun. They're not a sand crab. They're not a mole crab. These things are, we call them sand fleas. I'm sure there's a real scientific name, but when you see them, they're going to be all over the deck. And we'll try to get Justin to go down there for a minute and put one on a piece of wood or something to show you. But they are crazy how fast they can eat all your bait. And I don't think the lobsters really like them either. I don't think lobsters like those sand fleas crawling all over them, where we found out those rock crabs don't care. The rock crabs don't care, but the lobsters, I think they're not so happy at having those sand fleas all over them. So that being said, and here's another thing that's kind of interesting when you're watching the show live, you get to see the interaction with the other boats coming in to try to put their stuff on top of Justin's stuff. Gang, etiquette is gone. I don't know where it went, but it's gone. When you see another boat setting their hoop nets, don't go drop your hoop nets in front of them, especially if they're on a big boat like Justin. Think about the guy the other night on the little skiff. He was putting his hoop net. Justin put his hoop nets on the wall, the rock wall. So he didn't have a lot of room. This guy came along and put his hoop nets right in front of Justin's. Now, Justin's on a large vessel. This guy was on a small vessel. This guy could weave in and out. When you're on a big boat, you're kind of stuck. You kind of have to enter and exit the same exact way, or you're going to end up on the rocks. This guy put his hoop nets right in front of Justin, and we all got to watch it live. We all got to see, and that we never, ever are going to say we own the ocean and don't fish by us. But gang, when we're established in an area or on a kelp patty or on a spot, when you put yourself between the spot and our boat, well, that's not cool. That's just not good etiquette. You wouldn't appreciate that. And I know it happens all the time. I know that. But that doesn't make it right. And I hear this from clients and members. It's happened to me so many times. I just did it to them. Well, then you're a booger eater. Don't do it. It's etiquette. Just because no one else has etiquette doesn't mean you should not have etiquette. Just because everybody in California is allowed to steal $900 worth of stuff and not be prosecuted, that doesn't mean you should steal that. Think, folks. Please think. Etiquette is key to this hoop netting thing. Don't drop I don't care if you're live on our show or if you're out on the ocean. If you get to a spot and someone else is already there, you need to go somewhere else. That's etiquette. Next time you go earlier. Remember, I always tell you to get your stuff in the water an hour before it gets dark. I don't tell you that because I got extra words. I tell you that because you want to get yourself established on the spot before the other people get there. A lot of times they're driving around following Justin because of the simple fact that Justin catches all the time, because Justin learned the proper way to do it. He knows the right way to hoop net. He knows the right way to tuna fish. He knows the right way to fish the islands. Because Justin started fishing with me when I was running the Seahorse out of Dana Point when he was a young man. Justin's been around me for a long time. That's why Justin's is my go-to guy at your Saltwater Guide, because he does it the way I do it. And it works. And I'm just telling you, the proof is in the pudding. Watch tonight. If you didn't watch the last 3 nights, watch tonight and tell us if we're doing it right or wrong. Leave those comments. I've been able to fish for a living for 48 years at a pretty high level, and I'm pretty happy. It's pretty crazy that we're making this available to everybody. If you think, those of you on the outside that haven't seen the show yet or haven't been out with Justin or with one of my other Pablo or Sonny, you haven't been out with one of our guides, and you're always driving around thinking, well, how does that guy on that sport boat do this fishing thing? Or Todd Manser, when he starts doing these live fishing shows from the board, oh my God. Woo! It's going to be like mesmerizing. Not like going with Justin or Pablo or Sonny isn't, but Todd Manser, the legend, is going to let you go on his boat and watch what's going on from your living room. That is amazing. And Google Todd Manser's name and see if he's done anything significant in his lifetime fishing. These are the people that you get to meet on our show. These are the people that you get to watch. These are the people that you get to hang out with, gang. It's real. That's why I know I'm on to something with this live fishing. It's way better than watching kneel down sports like a lot of you watched yesterday. Why? I don't even understand. And I was sucked into it for years, but man, what a waste. What a waste of time and hours when you could go and you could watch the show that Justin did the other night live out on the water, and you can learn stuff. You can learn, and also you have a valued interest in it because of the fact that you're a fisher person and they're out fishing, and it's way better than watching some organized kneel down sporting event that, oh, I can't get behind anymore. I'm sorry, I just can't. I work way too close with War Heroes on Water and all the other people that have done so much to make the United States of America and me being able to live free and go fishing. I can't stand watching kneel down sports anymore. I want to make sure that you all stay tuned for this show tonight. It's going to be insane. You will not believe how cool it is. And then Greg from Opsin is going to be representing tonight, giving away. I don't know if he's giving anything away or if the discounts are there. Only him and Justin know. We're all going to be made aware of it as soon as Justin goes live. Justin, there's a bunch of people watching. What time can we expect you to go live? I know you're watching. I saw you comment. So put the comment up there. Tell everybody what time they can expect you live tonight. It's going to be so fun. I can't wait. I'm super excited. I can't even watch any other TV show when Justin's live. I just go. Yeah, that's right, Tim. When I was learning how to fly the kite from Todd and from Jeff on the Cowboy, around between 6 and 6:30, and you don't want to miss it. And you'll get an alert if you put it on your phone. Alert me when your saltwater guide goes live. That's Justin tonight going live. It's going to be super cool if you've never seen it before. And I'll be answering questions too. Justin, sometimes he doesn't see every question right when it comes in because you got to think he's talking to his passengers. He's driving his boat around backwards through all kinds of obstacles like people dropping their hoop nets on him, kelp, rocks, wind, fog. Tonight's probably going to be extremely foggy. So you're going to learn a lot about the fog tonight because Justin fishes in some pretty tight quarters. Most of you wouldn't go in the daytime. He's going to be in those tight quarters in the fog, but he knows how to use his radar. So he'll be showing you that. He'll be showing you so much cool stuff that you can't get anywhere else. Anywhere else you get them, they're edited, and it's all edited, and it's not what it looks like. When you watch a show like Wicked Tuna, a half an hour or 45-minute show, they got like 600 minutes of tape that they went through to edit out the really cool parts. Well, that's not what's happening on this show. You're watching it live, just like this podcast. You're watching Justin fishing out there. You're watching the trials and tribulations. You just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to be in the hoop net. He pulls up hoop nets with nothing in them all the time. And then he might pull 4 of them with nothing in them. Then the 5th one's got an 8-pounder in it. You don't know. That's the fun part about this. When you watch a produced video on YouTube, you already know you're only going to get to see them catch. They never, ever, none of these guys show you when they're not catching. Nobody posts a report on some of the other social media platforms and says, hey, I just want you to see a picture of nothing. We caught nothing, and we went 200 miles and caught nothing, and we caught nothing. No, they only tell you, hey, we went 280 miles today and we caught 1 tuna. We're the best tuna fishermen in the world. We've been doing this for 18 days now, and we are the greatest tuna fishermen in the world. Yeah, no, you get to find out if Justin's real or not when you watch him live, and I'm super excited about it. But I just picked up my granddaughter from the airport, got home, ran right up here and started doing the show. My granddaughter's in Cabo San Lucas. My granddaughter's downstairs right now. I'm sitting up here doing this live show for you because I didn't want to leave anybody out. And I wanted to talk about the show tonight because me and my granddaughter and my son and and his wife are going to be watching Justin tonight. So you better do a good job, Justin. Dave, Deckhand Sports, thanks for that support on Friday night. It made the show so much fun, and we really appreciate all of you. I am going down and hanging out with my grandbaby. It's a short show today. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Do not forget, you must have some Opsin if you absolutely have to get a bike. Clear fluorocarbon. It's insane. It works really, really well. There's never a time to not have fluorocarbon tied on your line. Grab the QR code. I'm throwing it on the screen right now. By visiting the website, your Saltwater, our Opsin USA, you got to, when you're ordering, you put in the code YSWG, but just by visiting the website, Elliot can track who you are. We're going to give away a free spool of line. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all tonight on the show with Justin. All my supporters, all my friends that are watching, everybody, don't forget, stars will help feed all my animals. I got 2 outside cats, 2 inside cats, and a monkey, and everything's a rescue animal. I got my granddaughter here. Hit the stars. Leave me some stars. Hit the tips on YouTube. Thank you all very much. I'll see you all tonight on Justin's show.